friends. This month we have been talking all about self-sabotage. What is it? Why does it happen and what can we do about it? So today I wanted to go a little bit deeper into what makes something that should be so easy seem so difficult to us. Why do we self-sabotage? Why do we do these behaviors that stop us from getting what we want? And how can we use emotional freedom techniques to help us overcome this, help us get past this, and to actually move towards what it is that we want? So continuing on our self-sabotage series this month, I think we're going to talk about three things today. First of all, why is it so hard? And second of all, so I'm going to talk a little bit about what is EFT. I think maybe you've heard me talk about it before, but what is emotional freedom techniques and how can it help with self-sabotage? So first, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Nancy Brooker. I'm the Living in Yes coach for women who feel overwhelmed by life's demands and just secretly feel that they're not good enough, but are really ready to transform that inner critic and start embracing life. So they hire me to help them really connect to their inner worth, and so that they can trust themselves and start rocking their relationships and really reducing the stress in their lives and living in yes. So let's get to it. First of all, self-sabotage. Why is it so hard when it should be easy? Well, it's funny how, it doesn't really matter what our goal is. It's January. We've probably all set some goals for the year. And we almost always know exactly what it is that we should be doing, but we can't get ourselves to do it, right? So, if it's a weight loss goal, you should be eating well, you should be moving your body, those sorts of things. But for some reason we don't do it. If it's something with your relationships, we know that we should try and show up as our best selves, to not be triggered, those sorts of things. But it happens, right? So what is it? What's going on? Well, the problem is that it's our thoughts and our habits that move us in the wrong direction. It's our subconscious mind. It's all the triggers that have come from all of the past experiences that we've had in our lives that bring us to this point where we've got that little voice in our head that's saying, that'll never work. You don't deserve that. You're not good enough. People will laugh at you. Or we've experienced a person in a way so many times in the past that we expect that experience from them. And so our subconscious, doesn't even allow us to be open to a different experience, to try for a different experience. If we're trying to work towards some sort of specific goal, something we want to get done, we might find a million other things to do. And that's our subconscious keeping us on autopilot, keeping us in the status quo, things going as they are, trying to keep us safe. And so that's where EFT comes in, emotional freedom techniques, because it's a really amazing tool at allowing things that are unconscious to become conscious. So what is EFT? Well, EFT is actually a research-based set of tools, emotional freedom techniques, that really incorporate the mind and the body to help us process difficult emotions, triggers, limiting beliefs in our lives, often by thinking about the experiences that either might happen or happening now, or maybe have happened in the past, and really working through all of the emotions that come up while working with the body to help us let go of them and just be able to move forward. So it's really great. There's a very solid and growing body of research in the areas of PTSD, anxiety, and depression, but so many other areas, weight loss, pain management. Really, you can try it on anything, and it's a really great tool to use for self-care, available right at your fingertips. So the common thread through EFT is that it incorporates not just your thoughts, but also the feelings in your body. It really enhances that mind-body connection, allowing the subconscious, the unconscious, to become conscious. So how can we use EFT for self-sabotage? Well, I thought it might be easier if I just sort of gave you some examples of things that I've done with clients and how I've used it with them. So I worked, recently with a woman who was really wanting to get ahead at work, but was not feeling very uh, confident in her abilities, and had a course that she needed to take for work to help her advance, and couldn't get herself to actually work through the course. She had it, it was being paid for by work. She was very, very bright, intelligent woman, but just couldn't even get herself to sit down and do it. So we worked through piece by piece, you know, what were the emotions and feelings that were coming up for her just thinking about sitting down. Never mind actually doing it, just thinking about sitting down, and worked through each little piece of the process to release all of the triggers and emotions in her thoughts and in her body that were stopping her from getting it done. And guess what? She got it done, and she got that promotion. So that's just one way to work with it. Breaking whatever it is down into the smallest pieces. I'm always talking about micro goals. So that's how we use it with EFT. We break things down into little micro pieces of a goal, and work through those pieces so that you stop getting stuck in those spots. I worked with another woman who was having issues with her mother-in-law and really wanted to have a better relationship with her in-laws, specifically her mother-in-law, I guess, but was self-sabotaging at every turn, not showing up for family events, just really not feeling herself when she was there, and couldn't really make the connection of what her trigger was and why she was doing this. And again, we just worked through some events that had just recently happened, and that allowed her subconscious to let her figure out where this was all coming from, and really to become calm in her body when she was dealing with her in-laws, so that she could improve that relationship. And she was able to do that. So it was really a beautiful thing to watch. So lots of different ways that EFT can be used, and one of them is for things like self-sabotage, procrastination, those sorts of things. So if you have any questions about that, I would love to chat some more. Those are just a couple of examples that I thought I would share with you. I'll leave you with this quote. Each of us has an inner thermostat, a setting that determines how much love, how much success, how much creativity that we're going to allow ourselves to enjoy. And when we exceed that inner thermostat, we'll often do something to sabotage ourselves, to get us, causing us to drop back into that old familiar zone where we feel secure. So you've probably heard that metaphor before. You've got this setting, and anytime you go, things get too hot, too different, your body just wants to go back to what's normal, what feels safe. And so the whole idea behind EFT is to allow your body to realize that it's safe to change the thermostat, that you're going to be okay, and it might actually be a good thing. So I hope that was helpful for you. Please download your freebies, 7 Simple Ways to Distress, to de-stress, helping your child with anxiety, improving your communication skills. And if I can help in any way, then let's chat. You can find me at www.nancybrooker.ca. Come on over to Living in Yes on Facebook. Let's be friends. Have an amazing day.